What is going on, everybody? It's Complexity, and I am back with some more REN reaction. So a really cool renegade in my comments on my last video went ahead and told me that Violet's Tale, Screech's Tale, and Jenny's Tale is all in one music video. I was not aware of this, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at the official Jenny and Screech's Tale music video. Now, I've already reacted to Jenny's Tale, so don't expect too much of a reaction on this one, but the other two I've yet to listen to, so let's get right into it. I love the way that this dude plays this guitar. Like this, the thing about this song is that it changes from like singing to just him speaking, and I think that kind of adds that guttural effect to it. Dum 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 dum. Oh, it feels like such a Spanish tale, and I love it so much. So good. And at least this way, I'll be able to like get the whole storyline.
It was a quiet, dark night in an empty
street, somewhere in the city.
Jenny walked alone, she was dragging her feet. She was heading back home to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, because she walked it about 1,000 times before she wanted to escape. Can you blame? Well, on the very same night, in a different place, there walked this hooded young youth by the name of James. He was 14 years old and out of his brain, he'd been smoking ganja with the boys. James, he grew up to be a kid of the street. His mates called him Screech, he was quick on his feet. He was a liar, a thief. At 14 years old, the devil had set his sights on his soul. As Jenny walked home all alone, she felt scared. Usually she was alright, but it was like there was something in the air. A divine intervention telling her to beware, maybe intuition bugging her and making her so scared.
You know, there's the thing, you know, a lot of people wonder if The Sixth Sense, not the movie, but A Sixth Sense actually exists. Intuition will tell you a lot of things, man. And it's that intuition, that assumption, that belief, that feeling that we get, man, when you're walking alone or when you're doing something, and it's just that voice in the ear that's like, you know, this something's just off today. I don't know. It's just something in the wind, and you should not. If you ever get those inhibitions, you ever get those thoughts in your head, don't ignore them. You never know what they might save you from.
Sirens sound in the distance with the beat of Jenny's feet. A symphony of the night that echoes crime on London streets. Jenny turns a corner, their eyes they meet. Our poor girl Jenny, a boy named Screech. Give me all your money, bitch, give it to me. If you cooperate, then you'll soon be free. I want your purse, your phone, don't fucking look at me. I mean it, bitch, are you listening to me?
This reminds me of, fantastic song, but it also reminds me of oh man, I forget the name of the song. It reminds me of the song Ain't No Rest for the Wicked, where he's like, and not even 15 minutes later saw the shadow creeping out from out of sight. It was a man, he put a gun up to my head, he made it clear he wasn't looking for a fight. He said, give me all your money, I want what you got, I don't know, or not your life, but if you make a move I won't think twice, you know, something like that. It reminds me of that part of the song, because they're both meeting in an alleyway in both songs, and someone's getting robbed in both songs.
Jenny freezes statue like a lady shakes stalactite, feel like liquid nitrogen in the dark night. She tried to find strength to move, but stayed as still as a statue in high-heeled shoes. What the hell you playing at? You playing games with me? I swear to fucking God, I'll slice the rosy off your cheeks. You think I don't mean it?
Such a good bar.
So, you don't know me. The last thing you see will be a boy code. Screech reached with the sheath of the blade, with the teeth that could bite through steel and slice concrete. And he swung possessed with the devil in his chest, and the statue she was turned to butter in her breath.
That's such a good bar. The statue that she was turned to butter in a
empty
breath.
Street, somewhere in
London City.
Jenny lay still on the cold concrete. She's found somewhere to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, 'cause she'd walked it about 1,000 times before. I guess that she escaped. It's such a shame.
And that's where that song ends, which is such a cliffhanger, but it's so good. Okay, so now where are we moving on to Screech's Tale? Which also just goes to show like the level of creativity in REN's mind, making three different songs, but it's all one thing together. The same with Vincent's Tale. Ooh. Got a little double time on that guitar. Okay, so it is Screech's Tale.
Story, it starts right at the end. At the life of poor Jenny, clocked out like Big Ben.
Okay, so she did end. Okay, so she did end up dying, as he said. Our story starts at the end of Jenny.
Screech, dear boy, where did he go? He melted into the black night just like snow. Patrick, man, let me in, please open the door. I think I fucked up, Patrick, really fucked up, man, I'm not sure. I got crazy, left this lady lying still on the floor. I think I killed her, Patrick, come on, man, I can't knock no more. But Screech kept on knocking till his knuckles became sore. But there's no sign of Patrick down at number 54. No refuge for our villain, for the bitter hands of fate. With something far more sinister in mind that does away.
But see, that's the thing. In a moment, your entire, like, you could let your anger in a moment dictate what happens to you for the rest of your life. And that's the whole thing where Screech is like, hey, man, I might have messed up. Help me out. You know, gotta let me in. I can't knock anymore. Don't let a moment of anger dictate the rest of your life.
Hey, babe, are you in? Now, nothing really, I'm just a bit tired, listen. Can I swing around yours for a few moments? I just really miss you, babe. What the fuck do you mean you're busy? You fucking bitch! For fuck's sakes!
Screech is an unstable person.
Siren sounds approaching like a banshee in the night. The shrill cry of justice cutting like the sharpest knife. But Screech was never one to run, not one to miss a fight. One hand upon his blade, he turned to face the blue lights. Come on then, you fucking cunts, let's fucking have you then. I am Screech, I'm the boss, I'm the ender of men. You think that uniform you're wearing means that you own these streets? These are my fucking streets, and they call me fucking Screech. Richard was an officer who stood at 6'3", working London on the night shift. What he didn't think he'd see was a boy running at him like an animal possessed. With no time to hesitate, he fired 4 bullets at Screech's chest.
And that's exactly how it goes sometimes, man. And that's the funny thing about it too, is like, you know, it's kind of like what they say, right? Like in jail, the officers, they don't run the jail. They're outnumbered like 10-1, if not more. And like the prisoners run the jail, because if you did, you know, officers can't just go in like, you know, stick somebody up that they don't like. Whereas with people who are in prison, I mean, if you got, you know, 25 years and you're 40, that means you're getting out when you're 70. That's your entire life. And if you have a life sentence, you ain't never getting out. So you ain't got nothing to lose. So if you have shit to lose, that person don't have nothing to lose. Who really is running this thing? You know, because one's scared to make a mistake. The other one's like, I wish a motherfucker would. Ooh. So Screech kills Jenny. Screech gets killed by the officer.
Story, it ends right at the start. Young Screech and poor Jenny, lying one street apart.
Ooh,
An officer
that's crazy.
shaken by the boy that he claimed. Two bodies lay lifeless, and it's such a shame. It's such a shame.
Unnecessary deaths, yeah. Well, hers was unnecessary. His was kind of necessary. And I like the ballad style that he's doing these songs in. You know, there's breaks in the music. It's acoustic. There's not a whole bunch of drums and everything, you know, 808s and hi-hats and all this. There's not a whole lot of, you know, there's, like I said before, there's moments where he stops from singing and he goes to talking like a ballad actually does. Not all the time, but I like it. Violet's Tale. So who is Violet and how does she come into all of this? Is she Screech's girlfriend? That would make the most sense. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, making that guitar dance. This man is so fucking talented, dude. Jesus Christ. I don't know how you can't be a fan of the guy. I mean, you don't have to listen to his music all the time, but you can at least appreciate the talent. Oh. Oh. Sing it, Ren. I know I'm behind. I know. Oh, so
good. London City, far from pretty. 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. Rhythmic beats and bloodstains. She saw a lady weep. She's tired and frail. To set the scene, we must rewind the hands of time for Violet's Tale.
That is fucking awesome. You know the rewind sound that you make like digitally, where it's like he's doing that on the guitar, bro. That is insane. Okay, so we're going back in time to understand what happened to Violet.
Violet was a silent girl, grew up with violent starts. Her mother was a drinker and her father was a bastard. Every night he took her tie but never left the room. I'll spare you with the things he did, I'm sure her mother knew. Violet was a silent girl, she moved out at 16. A semi-detached council flat, paid for by a welfare scheme. Packing shelves at Tesco, stacking jars like pickled bricks. She met a boy named Stevie and he was a little prick. Violet was a silent girl and Violet she fell fast. See, Stevie was a wrong un, but he sure knew how to charm her. Every night.
Isn't that always how it goes, though? That's like always how it seems to go for these stories, where you have the silent, quiet person who gets abused by people around them because there's that like silence, that calmness in the person is taken for weakness, and at times it is a weakness, definitely is, but it's these silent men and women, these very shy, very calm and collected types of people who get drawn to like the chaos because it's the complete opposite of what they've had. It's the complete or not necessarily even the complete opposite, but sometimes because somebody is so shy and silent and quiet and at them like with themselves, they get taken advantage of and abused because they're never fighting back, and that becomes a cycle that they just are that they just know that like that's all they know, so that's all they look for in life. So she goes from living with her parents where it sounds like her dad was an asshole and it was abusive, and now she's entertained by this new person, this new guy who's also a piece of shit,
I
you know?
eat taco tie, but never left the room. History repeats itself, he'd paint her black and blue. She never stood a chance. The devil comes to dance. Violet, why are you always so quiet? On her bedroom door and he's irate. He's been drinking and smoking, he's up late. And he stands by her bedside, she shakes, but her eyes stay shut. You fucking slut, I know you're up. And he pinches her eyelids and folds them up. Violet, why are you lying to me, Violet? She stays silent, things turn violent. That's the sound of his fists when they fall like a crashing pilot. Hit like hailstones, one to the collarbone, full force, full blown, blood's black bone, crack, knick, knack, paddywhack, one to the jaw when the tooth spat, detached, fist connects and disconnects a bone. A quick deflect to miss the...
Disconnects and disconnects the bone. Dude, this man, that whole scheme right there.
She stays silent, things turn violent. That's the sound of his fists when they fall like a crashing pilot. Hit like hailstones, one to the collarbone, full force, full blown, blood's...
Hit like hailstones, one to the collarbone, full force, like, oh my gosh. It's a terrible, terrible story, and it's sad. It's a story as old as time because it's happening to this day. But the way that he just flows out of these pockets and changes like the inflection in his voice, and it just able to tell a story like this.
Black bone, crack, knick, knack, paddywhack, one to the jaw when the tooth spat, detached, fist connects and...
One to the jaw and the dispatch, or one to, what was it? One to the jaw and dispatch?
Bone, crack, knick, knack, paddywhack, one to the jaw when the tooth spat, detached, fist...
Oh, one to the jaw and the tooth dispatch, or the tooth detach, like he punched a tooth out of her.
Connects and disconnects a bone. A quick deflect to misdirect the blow, but nonetheless his punches met her throat. Such a mess he's left her bruised and broke. Violet, why you always so silent, Violet? Why you such a little liar, Violet? Do you think I want to do this, Violet? In character, she stays silent. Well, say something, Violet. Silence. Fucking say something, Violet. Silence.
Say
Wait.
something, Violet. Yeah.
Say something, Violet.
Yep. That is just crazy, man, because it happens. Motherfuckers be out here beating on people and shit like that, you know. They be beating on motherfuckers like who are weaker than them, and you know, physically weaker. It's just people just keep doing it and doing it and doing it until one day they don't recover, they don't move, and it's just terrible. It's absolutely terrible, and it sucks that it happens. It sucks that they're like the law. Obviously, I'm only speaking for America, but it's like that the law isn't nearly as strict as it should be on domestic violence.
Not one word. She stays quiet.
Tragic, man. Puts a knot in your stomach, and or depending on who you are. Like if you've gone through something like you know, some sort of abuse or something, there's two reactions and two types of people, right? Who get invested in something like this. People who've either been abused or people who have known people who are abused, right? And the two reactions that you generally will take, whether it's one of them or both of them at the same time, is you get a guttural reaction of just like you feel sick and sad and everything. And then there's the other end of it where you are just filled with rage because of how much you hate that shit, because it reminds you of like having to have seen people who were like that or who were in a relationship like that or something. You know what I'm saying? Like you watch the deterioration of a person who is in a relationship like that. And you can end up, you know, you could be on both ends of the spectrum, or you can have both of them where you're sick and disgusted and pissed off too. And shout out to anybody who survived. Like, let's just get that the fuck out there. Shout out to everybody who survived some shit, man. Kudos to you for surviving and escaping and moving on and living your life. Don't ever let your scars, don't ever let people tell you that you're scarred for life because of the scars you have, whether physical, emotional, or mental. Your scars do define you, but they do not decide your fate, okay? You decide your fate, and you decide what those scars represent.
London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. The doctor, in a state of shock, saw something here so very wrong. See, Violet, she was pregnant. Poor Violet, she was 9 months gone. Turning to the doctor, Violet broke her silence and she cried, if I'm to die right here tonight, please let my baby stay alive. The doctor soon regained composure, called the surgeon to come in. As Violet's world turned to black, the curtains closed, the lights went dim. In London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington just lost the fight to stay alive. A tragedy or a miracle, it happened on these very streets. Two twins aligned side by side. A girl named Jenny and a boy named Screech.
Twins. Oh, that's right, because it later in Vincent's tale, he said that he was blamed, that it was Screech who was blamed for killing his sister in the womb, though, right? Absolutely amazing. Shout out to the person who said that all of these were put together, because I was looking to make them 3 separate videos. I had no clue that there was one full thing. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed that, like, if you want to see more, subscribe and comment down below. You know, this is fantastic, but comment down below exactly what else am I missing here? You know, I have been Complexity. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Shout out to all the renegades out there. Have a good one, everybody.